Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're doing the level 98 Melee DPS role quest, Impostor Syndrome. Kugane seems to be on edge. This is one of the role quests in Dawntrail. Good to see you. Or should I say, Samidare. There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. I used a cocoon to take on Toka's form. What creature did I hunt? It's really you. Whew, that's a relief. Indeed, I never told you that my arrow struck a great wild boar. Prize for any hunter. Samidare is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry for doubting you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he'd attempted to impersonate you again. I have to remain vigilant after all, even though no news of his plots has reached me as of late. And here at Yaintia, people are on alert for a many-faced agitator within their midst, and not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samidare can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. While he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. We're at a disadvantage too great to ignore. This is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just to go procure the necessary ingredients from the supplier when you arrived. Why don't you join me? Yeah, why not? We can go help try and get these ingredients. I've never heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Tyrol, a land beyond the Great Sea and far, far to the west of here. Tyrol, I'm afraid my supply chain does not extend quite that far. Feared as much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. Even if I return home now, I doubt I could find what we need. We have no choice but to give up on the remedy. I'm sorry. Now we're at the mercy of Samidare's cunning. What is it you're looking for? We might be able to find a substitution. Oh, there. Tell me, have you any salves that might ease my aching back? Excuse me. Sir, this is an apothecary. Where are your spectacles? Oh yes, how could I forget? Ah, much better. Sometimes I forget that I'm as blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shirakashi. Excuse me, those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Well, yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles? I've seen folk wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. Tell me, where can I procure a pair of my own? Yamabuki is your man. He has a breadth of artisan contacts who will ensure you receive a pair fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his shop on this very street. I'll look for him, thank you. Why are we now going for glasses? I say, we're a bit of a loss here. I'm sorry, you must be completely bewildered. I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in battle, but I've come to realize there's hope yet. Let's not crowd this stall any longer. Care to join me over there? Ever since I was a child, I had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter. Never was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to do more, to be more. I've looked up to Itoka ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up on my dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew, from the basics of drawing a bow to precise aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet, despite all her efforts, my sight failed me where it counted most. All my life I thought this was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot. Now that I know spectacles improve on my eyesight, I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhap my arrows would fly true. I could join you in battle, maybe even strike down Samidare with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this could give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Alright, let's go meet this Yamabuki. Pair of spectacles, is it? I can certainly get your order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh out of supplies, you see, and the next shipment isn't due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourselves. All I need is a glossy shell of an azure hawksbill and a cluster of orient quartz. Bring them here, and my affiliates can begin work immediately. Who knows what scheme Samidare might contrive should we let down our chase for weeks. Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in the blink of an eye. Quite the eager pair, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the blue Kugane for a carapace of splendid quality. I visited Tamamizu during my investigation in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell. That leaves you with the orient quartz. Pray look for a cavern near Shoal Rock in the Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure a shoal Imushi from its lair within, and retrieve a cluster from its shell. Let's be back here when we're finished. Go gather this up. Shit. It's like, shit! I couldn't even get out. It's so large. Try to figure out how to best get over that way. Oh, you're the first to return. I trust you have the quartz in hand. Excellent. This will make for a fine pair of lenses. Now we only need wait for your friend. I'm back. Sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the Kugane of the Blue as planned, but soon learned that Hawksbill shells have been sparse of late. They are reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down, though, until they proposed an exchange. I doubt the red Kugane who'd invade their fishing grounds they'd spare a shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of their book and fought them up close and personal. As you can see, I took quite the beating, so did they. Maybe a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have the shell as promised, and with it, your associates can get started. If they can, let us first measure your eyesight, and then they can get to work. This is incredible. Everything is so vivid. Why, I'm sure I could hit a bird over the horizon. Come, I want to fire some test shots at the sign over there. Hold on. That seems like a fine way to earn the ire of this Sekasugumi. I'll prepare some targets for you, so let's move somewhere less crowded. Now, of course, thank you for going to the trouble. She's gonna be a dead shot now at this point. I did it. I really did it. After all these years, my aim is true. When we find Samidare, he won't know what hit him. I can probably describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Samidare's trail, we stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength. For one last time together, we'll retrieve the cocoon and return it to my village. And so, that was the quest Impostor Syndrome. Thank you for joining us here today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again either for another video on YouTube, or maybe one of our many streams over on Twitch, where we stream on pretty much a daily basis at the same channel name. Till then, though, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.